Okay, we're just doing something really quick and casual here. So, 2005 has already started for Fire Emblem Heroes, and I wanted to go over what we have so far. Um, Hello. Okay, so to start with, here's my current battle ballot. Yeah, so I've been wanting Erica to win since the first round, and like I don't know, it's like Lynn's one of my favorite characters too, but Erica's always I've always liked Erica better. I don't know why. It's just maybe it's because I started Sacred Stones. Maybe that's why, but. In any case, Erica has always been just on the cusp of getting it every single time. She's been in the top 5 every single time, and she's never quite gotten there. Last year, she was upended by last year she was upended by Three Houses joining in. Otherwise, she probably made last year. And not to mention, of course, Marth. Marth has been on the cusp of just making it too. So it's fitting that Erica and Marth are the top right now. But let's go a little bit into more detail here. So we have of course, Erica and Byleth are currently the top 2 at the moment. Byleth isn't too surprising because I've heard that the female version of Byleth is very popular, much more popular than male Byleth. In general, female Byleth seems to be the predominant one that people generally prefer. Marianne is not in Three Houses. It's not in I think Marianne's one of the few characters who is not yet in Fire Emblem Heroes yet, so it's not shocking she's right here. But Bernadetta's already got Bernadetta's already got an alt, and she's got her regular version too. So it's like, what's up with her here? Maybe just because she's just that popular. I don't know. Corrin, female Corrin, is in the top 5, which I guess not too surprising, but compared to male Corrin, she's more popular as well. But I wasn't too fond of Corrin myself, and like I don't know how close male Corrin is, but we'll go check it out in a little bit. Hilda already has an ult too, so this is an interesting one. She's number 6, so the Three Houses still dominates the top spots, but Erica is right at the top here, and hopefully she stays there. It's probably gonna end up sticking out. It very rarely does it ever change before the final version. It's probably gonna be Erica and Byleth here at the end. I doubt they'll even switch positions either. But I'm gonna still keep voting Erica the rest of the time just to make sure, like I did with Dimitri last year. Okay, female Robin is next in line. It's been a long time since he gotten any Robin ults. It's weird that Robin wasn't even in the recent Plegian banner. Azure has a lot of ults, so you know, it's interesting that she's. It's not surprising, but it's still like I want other people to get in here. Dorothea is weird because she's got 2 ults already. Dorothea has 2 ults. She's on the Plegian banner. She's got her summer banner, and she does not have her regular version yet. I'm sure it's coming, but it's just interesting that, you know, she's still here. So we have Tharja at number 10. She's kind of like been around the top 10 for a long time and never actually got much higher than that. Henriette, not too surprising because she's not in yet, but maybe this has something. I noticed I haven't been paying attention to the Forging Bonds recently, but I know she was in one of them, so maybe that's something to do with it. I'm not sure. Rhea and Saros are both in here. Rhea is not in. I mean, Rhea does have an alt, but she's not in as herself yet. She's not even have an alt. She's the secondary in a dual hero with Byleth. So yeah, she's probably gonna be getting her own. She's gonna be getting in sooner or later. It's not too surprising, but she's up here this high probably because she's not in yet. Plumeria has both her regular version and alt already. Sothis has both as well, and Saros once again isn't in the game. Saros is not in the game like Rhea isn't. So I'm guessing she's gonna become a mythic hero at some point in the near future, and she'll probably have the Sword of Zeros, of course. Constance is from the DLC. I never actually got around to playing the DLC, but yeah, I never got around to playing the DLC. But she being up here is interesting because it means that people kind of did like the DLC a lot. Okay, we also have Nino again, my girl Nino. She's got plenty of stuff already, so it's interesting that she's still this high. I guess it shows how popular she is. Adult Tiki. See, young Tiki has already got... I'll provide that later. Young Tiki has already got, I think they both got a couple ults, but Young Tiki also has a, or what was it? Was it Adult Tiki you had it? One of the two has a, I need to check this. One of the two has a resonance hero? I forget what it's called, but it's the new thing they're doing recently where older characters get upgrade versions that increase their stats when you get them too. Ingrid only right now has her summer version. Ingrid's one of my favorite characters in Three Houses, so I do want to see her, and I'm sure she'll come sooner or later. And then the last one's Mia. I don't know why Mia's up this high. She's already got 2 alts and her regular one, so I don't know. Again, still mostly 3 houses dominated, but Erica's at the top. So we have Byleth. Why is it just a Academy arc? That's the green hair one, but why is it a Academy arc? It doesn't make any sense. Marianne and Bernadetta. So Marianne, Bernadetta, Hilda, Dorothea, and then down here we've got Constance and Ingrid. Alright, now for the male side. This is where things get mixed up a little bit. So, we have the usual, what you expect, Marth and Crom. Marth is number 1, exactly as expected, not surprising there. It's well deserved, he needs to stick that spot. Why the frick is the Gatekeeper up here above Crom? I mean, I know that the Gatekeeper was popular, but he wasn't even a playable character. He was more popular because of his personality. I don't know why it's just only a Academy arc either, because he appears in both arcs. Same as Byleth, they appear in both arcs. I guess he doesn't have a new design, but Byleth does have a new design. He has the green hair. Yeah, so Marth, Gatekeeper, Crom, and Byleth are the top 4 right now. Again, I think it's probably going to stick. I highly doubt the Gatekeeper's going to overtake Marth. I highly doubt anyone else is going to overtake Gatekeeper, but there's still some possibilities here. Anyway, there's also... I think it's going to be Awakening Tiki, TMS Tiki, and Shadow Dragon Tiki. Last year TMS Tiki was the most popular, but people really wanted Adult Tiki before this TMS Tiki. I'm not sure what you're talking about because, yeah, I mean, TMS Tiki probably isn't going to happen anytime soon, but, TMS Tiki is interesting because it is a big... it is technically a separate version of Tiki, and I could see them... I think they will add more TMS stuff eventually. I'm guessing it's going to be kind of like a thing where they add another batch this year, and until eventually they do complete it, because there aren't that many characters in TMS. Alright. Okay, let's continue. So we are here. We have Marth, Gatekeeper, Crom, and Byleth. Male Byleth is still surprisingly high, I guess, because female Byleth is number 2. Male Byleth is number 4. He is a lot lower, but as in general, I've seen that people prefer female Byleth overall, but male Byleth being high is interesting. Now we have Felix, who does have an ult, but not his main version. So again, not too surprising that he's up here. Robin, Yuri, and Seliph. I'm honestly surprised Seliph is up here, because he's already got, he has got a legendary version this past year. So, I don't know, I just don't think people care that much about Seliph, so I'm surprised he's up this high. Male Robin, Yuri, of course, that's from the DLC, so they just added him. I suspect that what they're going to do is they're going to eventually add a Three Houses banner based on the DLC, and they'll add all 4 of them, plus a GHB hero, and that's what they'll do. That's my guess, as they'll add all 4 of them at once. Didu is still not in. We have Didu and Ashe, so yeah, I mean, on the female side, we just have... in the top 20, we have Ingrid way down here, but she's already technically in. But here we've got Didu and Ashe, and then also Felix, all in the top 10 on the male side. So there's a lot of, in fact, here's another one, Sylvain. There's a lot of Blue Lions on these top 20s. Soren, he could use a new version because Soren just... he's not good. Soren's pretty good in Path of Rain for Dawn, but he sucks in Fire Emblem Heroes. Both his versions suck. Sylvain, I'm not sure how good he is, but I mean Sylvain's pretty decent, I guess. He I don't know how they can make him well, because I guess right now the only thing they can do is make him a Lance Cavalier, but it's just... yeah, I mean, maybe it's just because they weren't available last time, I think. I think it's probably because they weren't available last time. That's what usually happens. The ones that weren't available before, they suddenly shoot up in popularity. Because the TMS stuff shoot up too. Like here, for example, Itsuki and Chrom are here on this top 20. But TMS was not popular at all. Okay, but let's continue. So we have Sylvain. He doesn't have his regular version yet, but his regular version would be so boring. It'd just be a cavalry lance. Maybe if they made him an axe, that might be better. But but they need to give the Lance of Ruins, so he can't be an axe. So it just kind of, it's just not. It's just kind of boring, you know. Sylvain, I don't see any way to make him well, unless they for whatever reason throw him on Wyvern. That'd be cool. They could give him a Lance of Ruin on Wyvern, but I don't think they'll do that because he doesn't have a boon in Wyvern writing. He doesn't have his main thing is cavalry. So people like to make him mix with axes. I do that. I give Sylvain axes to try and differentiate him. And I also upgrade him with I get him into Wyvern riding. But with his base form, I don't see how he's gonna do that well. Sigurd really needs a legendary version. I'm fully excited him to get one at some point. I don't know when. Maybe this year we'll get one, but he will get a legendary version for sure. I think he'll probably be a legendary. I think they'll make him a legendary cavalry lance instead of a cavalry sword, because Salif already has the cavalry sword, I think. So I think he'll be a lance instead, and they'll give him a unique lance. Alphonse, I don't know why he's this high up, but he's the only core three houses character. He's the only core heroes character up this high, because yeah, I mean, Henriette is up this high, but she's not really a core character. She's NPC, so it makes sense why she's that high. But and Plumeria is already in, but she's pretty popular on her own. But Alphonse, he's the main character of heroes basically. Sharena and N are not up this high right now. Alphonse is still high. Maybe people just really want a brave version of Alphonse. Is Ferdy even in the game? I don't think he is. It's surprising that of all characters, Ferdy would not be in the top 20, because I don't think he's in the game at all. At least Sylvain is in the game. Okay, Linhardt and Caspar are both not in the game yet. Linhardt was way more popular than Caspar is, but Caspar is still higher than Ferdinand. Yeah, he was in top 20 last year. Not too surprising. Weird that Ferdinand dropped this year, even though he's not even in the game yet. Takumi is always popular. He's always been popular, so he's still pretty high, but he's not that high. Black Knight, he's already got 2 versions, but the thing is, both of them are pretty old now. I mean, at the same time, he's the Black Knight. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think that maybe they should give the Black Knight a what do they call it? Well, Gatekeeper is definitely gonna keep second place for sure. I do not think he's gonna pass Marth. I don't think he's getting first place. I'll be shocked if he gets first place. Usually the first place one never drops out of first place. It's I think only one time has anyone ever popped into the top 2, and that was Veronica popping from 4 into number 2. And despite jumping from 4 to 2, she still did extremely well. She still would end up being way better than the one above her, which was wasn't that I think that was Celica. I believe it was Celica. Celica was an infantry sword that was just boring. It's King Crom. I think I'm not fond of TMS. I haven't never played it, but I do think they're going to add more TMS later. I don't know if we'll get alt or anything, but I think they will at least start adding TMS characters. Actually, did they already add TMS alt at some point? I'm not sure if they did or not, but okay, TMS. I'm sure we're gonna get a new banner. We might get a new version of Itsuki and Crom. I don't know, but yeah. We also have Reinhardt still in top 20, and of course, the last one's Caspar. So this is the current lineup. Well, it'll be interesting to see how it changes up. I do not expect the 1 and 2 to change. If they do change, at most, I think that the only thing I could see changing maybe is Crom taking Gatekeeper, but I don't think that's gonna happen either. I think most of the happen is we're gonna see what's below 2 switch around a little bit, and maybe some people pop into the top 20. But I don't think that enough is going to change to affect Erica and Byleth or Marth and Gatekeeper's placements. I don't think Gatekeeper will overtake Marth. I do not think so. I don't think Byleth will take Erica. I don't think Byleth or Gatekeeper will pop on the top 2. I'm pretty sure it's going to just stick like this. We're going to see Erica, Byleth, Marth, and Gatekeeper, and it's just be like that. And Crom is going to miss out. He'll get his chance another day. Probably next year, because that's what happens. We finally are getting Marth and Erica, it seems. So, yeah, but if you still want to make sure your characters keep going, keep voting for him. Yeah, I believe Mako is a good option because Mako is one of the remaining characters they can pick in, and they definitely have a decent selection of characters they can add in. They can also add in Barry as like a meme pick. To just fill out the rest of the TMS roster to get him in there. But the thing is, because there's not many females left, because they prioritize the first banner with all the females, they might have to do characters like Mako and also what's her name? I think she was. I don't know what her name is, but she's the sister of. I don't know much about TMS. But in any case, I think we're gonna stick with these. However, again, like I said, there's still 3 days left. If you want to make sure your character makes it to the end, keep voting for him. I'm gonna keep voting for Erica the rest of the time. Just make sure she keeps her spot, because I'm finally glad we're gonna get Erica. It looks like. Ayaha? I mean, that might be, might be, I'm not sure. I know that, what's her name? Let's check something really quick before we end the stream.
Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh, Yeah, the current Oh wow. So the current resplendent hero is Tiki Dragon Scion. So Tiki just got her one, but here's the thing. The next resplendent hero is Brave Ike. So they're gonna start doing resplendent heroes or brave heroes now too. Way here at the bottom. Okay, it's Tsubasa. I don't know why I couldn't remember her name. Her name is Tsubasa. So Tsubasa's sister is one of the other characters they could potentially include. I didn't notice she was on the list here. I guess she appears as a boss early on in the game because she gets possessed by whatever they're called, person. Not person. They're I don't know what they're called, but I know Subasa's sister gets possessed at one point, but they can add in her, they can add in Mako, and then add in a few of the male characters that they missed out on before. So those are definitely possibilities. Mirages, yes, okay, Mirages. But yeah, we have 3 days left, so keep voting in, vote for your favorites. I'm gonna keep voting for Erica, and looks like my girl's finally getting her spot in here. But I think I've already got every single version of Erica so far anyway, so yeah. But in any case, we are done for today. This is Jane Raymond signing out. Keep voting in True Legends, and we'll pop on again when the True Legends is over and check out the results. Until next time, this is Jane Raymond signing out.